All right, so now let's move on and let's talk about Miss Lauryn Hill, who, rightfully so, is getting sued by Pras because he tired of her. He said, "I'm getting tired of your shit." Literally. Shout out to Erica Badu, but I had to use your song toward this lady and talk about the fact that she getting sued by her own bandmate because she always tardy to the damn party. Shout out to Kim for that one hit. Now, Pras Michelle, a founding member of Grammy-winning hip-hop group The Fugees, another one-album wonder, is suing his bandmate Lauryn Hill in federal court for fraud and breach of contract, among other claims, over the abbreviated 2023 and canceled tour a year later. Now, shout out to Billboard for this. In a complaint filed Tuesday in Manhattan federal court, damn, Manhattan court is busy. Y'all keeping them booked and busy this year. Maybe I need to get into legal. That will keep my ass busy. But anyway, let's get into the story. So they say in the complaint filed Tuesday at the Manhattan Federal Court, lawyers for Pras allege that Hill exploited his mounting legal bills to get him to sign onto a plan for the 2023 tour with false promises. Promises, a deal that they say enriched Hill at the expense of her bandmate. And y'all know he got his mountain legal bills because they was out here saying he was out here committing white collar crimes, and he's the possibility that Pras supposed to be going to jail too. Remember? With the alleged criminality that he was out here doing. And I guess he was trying to get on this tour so he could make his money and pay off his bills. But this witch be out here canceling things every 5 minutes and having her little mental whatevers. And talking about we need to call her Miss Hill. Says when you put out more than one album, then I'll call you Miss Hill. Until then, you're Lauryn. Now, Hill's ploy to appear to be Michelle's supposed savior was actually a devious attempt to make a big score for herself by generating millions of dollars from a Fugees tour. This is what his lawyers write. In the process, it did not matter to Hill if she took full advantage of Michelle's vulnerability, her friend and creative partner for over 30 years. In fact, she counted on exploiting that vulnerability to carry out her scheme. Well, whatever her scheme is, you're gonna have to really dot your I's and cross your T's to prove all of this in court. The lawyer also sheds light on the aborted 2024 tour, which had been set to kick off in early August, but was quietly canceled just days before it was set to begin, with no immediate reason given. In his court papers, Michelle pins the blame squarely on Hill, saying because of the gross mismanagement by Hill and her company, who have taken far too long to close a deal with Live Nation, the 2024 U.S. tour ticket sales were dismal. His attorneys say there was little or no marketing for the tour. That is true because it just sounds like it popped out of nowhere. But then again, Linkin Park did little or nothing to promote. Like they just came out with look, we're going on tour and we're dropping a new song a week before they went on tour. And I still don't know if that tour was successful, but apparently they added more dates. So they were seemingly doing well. And I guess because we haven't seen Linkin Park in so long, but I guess maybe when it comes to the Fugees, Lauryn Hill's been so unreliable when it comes to showing up to stuff, and fans of her music have been burned by her for far too long. They don't want to take that risk and spend that money. Tickets ain't cheap. And Live Nation and Ticketmaster, the way y'all be grifting these damn people out here with y'all high price ticket sales, I wouldn't take the risk. Not on her. So they basically said there was little or no marketing for the tour and not enough time between the announcement and the first concert date to do sufficient advanced sales to justify the tour. Now, comprised of Hill, Michelle, and Wyclef Jean, the Fugees rose to fame in the 90s with the hits like Killing Me Softly, Ready or Not, and Fugees. First of all, they all contain samples. Quiet as it's kept on all three of them damn songs. After splitting up in 98, the three each had successful solo careers and mostly stayed separate until recent years, where they have attempted multiple reunion tours. Now, in 2019, Michelle was hit with a sweeping federal criminal charges, including funneling money from a Malaysian financier to Barack Obama's 2012 campaign, and then later tried to influence an extradition case on behalf of China. In April of 2023, he was convicted on 10 counts, including conspiracy, witness tampering, and failing to register as a foreign agent. In his lawsuit on Tuesday, Michelle's lawyers said that Hill took advantage of a desperate man who needed to pay expensive criminal lawyers, using an advance to cash to get him to sign a deal with onerous terms. Or is it onerous? I think it's onerous. that he would have easily rejected in the years before his criminal conviction. While the contractual advance paid to Pras enabled him to retain his new criminal lawyers, the 2023 tour agreement was a wolf in sheep's clothing. Well, I guess basically what they're trying to say with all this is that she reneged on the agreement. She was playing with y'all. She took too long to sign on. And then when things didn't do well, it's sort of like, look, you know I need the money. You played in my face. And now I'm suing you. And you know what? Well, he also said that she misled Live Nation and Michelle was on board with the plan for another run of concerts when no deal had been inked. And so, in order to receive a $1.1 million advance, which they said that was another lie by Hill and her company since Michelle was not on board. Adding that the company never signed a fully negotiated agreement, never paid Michelle anything, and never intended to do either. So, in technical terms, the lawsuit is accusing Hill of fraud. Child, birds of a feather, because now Michelle been charged with fraud from frauding them people, and now she being a fraud. So she's been they're accusing her of fraud over the way she paid out money from the touring revenue, of fraudulently including Michelle to sign the 2023 deal, and of breaching both her contract and her fiduciary duty. It also demands a ruling declaring the 2023 deal void and a court-ordered accounting of the books from the tour. The lawsuit also includes numerous other digs at Hill beyond the actual allegations of legal wrongdoing. In one section, Michelle's lawyers point out that Hill took the stage nearly 4 hours late during a recent concert in Kenya. At another point, they claim that she's unilaterally rejected a $5 million offer to play Coachella earlier this year because her ego was bruised. That the band no doubt would receive higher billing at the festival. Well, sis, if you was actually doing some things musically, maybe you would have gotten a bigger pay than No Doubt. And how do you even know how much No Doubt was making? And based off your reputation, you have been proven to be unreliable to show up, even to an envelope opening. So why would I even offer you any kind of money, let alone a little smidge more than No Doubt? And no shade, but No Doubt has way more albums and way more hits than you and the Fugees combined. So they said Hill never told Michelle about the offer or that she had rejected it. The money the Fugees would have paid for Coachella, what would have been paid for Coachella, would have defrayed most of the additional legal retainer Michelle needed. So much for Hill being the guardian angel for her bandmate, massaging her own ego. I'm gonna say messaging, chair. Massaging her own ego was more important. Well, guess what? That ego gonna get her broke if she's not already. And I said, take her ungrateful holier thou behind for every damn penny. Because to me, her diva antics and the way she be acting, like Lauryn Hill, I've lost so much respect for you. I used to love her music, and yes, the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, rightfully so, is one of the best albums of all time. But that one album does not negate the fact that your attitude is just stank. And the way you be treating people, that doesn't warrant this diva antic, this diva behavior. You having one album with the Fugees and one solo album. So I don't care who you are. So I say, look, quiet as it's kept, the fans need to sue her behind too, for being late. Just like I was out here trying to sue Madonna during the Celebration tour for being tardy to her own show. Y'all need to sue Lauryn and Grateful behind too. So I say all this to say, what do y'all think of this story? Like, that was a lot, and I had to break all that down in regards of like what Pras is doing. I hope he get all the money, and that way he's able to retain his attorneys and stuff. I mean, I still think he's going to jail, but with all this mess going on, this is just crazy to me. And I'll definitely keep an eye on this story as it develops. But let me know what you guys think of this story in the comments down below.